Hello, my friends. Rachel Archelaus here, and today I want to talk to you about how making money as a certified intuitive artist has changed for me over the years because boy, does it look different for me now than when I started doing it professionally almost 20 years ago. So maybe you'll find yourself on this timeline. Maybe we've done similar things or are doing the same thing now. But it could also give you ideas of how to make money as a certified intuitive artist that you haven't thought of yet. So let's go back 20 years ago to little baby Rachel and how I first started doing this professionally. If you've read my book, then you know this story, but I was not in a good place in my life. I was pretty miserable, and I knew deep down, I just got this knowing that I needed to incorporate more of who I really was into my life, and my intuitive art was a super important part of that. So I actually emailed a couple bookstores near me, like metaphysical bookstores, and one of them got back to me and said, like, yes, you can show us what you do. And so I drove like 45 minutes to that bookstore with my little head down. I was so nervous, and I did reading for the two bookstore owners, and they loved it. They loved intuitive art, and so they put me on their menu. So how I started making money as an intuitive artist was actually doing readings at another person's bookstore. And at first there was like an open house, and so I did $5 readings for the amount of hours that people came in. So somebody would get up from my table and somebody would come on in, and every time I did a reading it was $5. And I was really quick, so they were probably less than 10 minutes, but they were great, and I really connected with each person, and I loved drawing their energy. I let them ask any question they wanted, and I just remember, I still have memories from that actually of talking to people about what the colors mean and how I'm deciding like what to say to them, and it was really fascinating. So $5 readings is really where I started, and then they started booking other clients for me that were paying about $120 for the reading. I think I got about $70 of that. I started leveraging another business's clientele, right? I was just being available to them as a service provider. So that was really great because I didn't have to market, I didn't have to do anything but do my skill. So that's still a great option today, to go to psychic fairs and do it there, or to do what I did and literally just email bookstores and say, hey, can I like audition for you? Can I show you what I do? The next phase of me being a certified intuitive artist making money was teaching classes. So at that bookstore and then at many, many, many other places, I would teach an intuitive art class and teach people how to do this amazing modality. Just like we have online now, we have our free class online. I definitely didn't have that then. I didn't have a website, I didn't have a booking system or anything, so I was still doing everything in person. But it was fun, and I was meeting people. I did offer readings after class if people wanted to get a private reading, and it was really fun. I love teaching, I still do, and so I went from reading single people to doing classes and then offering a reading at the end, which was a great way to make more money from class. And around that time, I was making about $500 a month, which is great. You know, some people's grocery bills for their household, whatever, your car payment, insurance, you know, it does cover quite a bit, but it definitely wasn't enough so that I could quit my day job, which I was doing various office jobs. I worked in publishing, I worked in aerospace, insurance adjusting. I would just really do whatever admin stuff I could to pay my bills while I was freelancing as a psychic at night, and that was kind of fun. And then I started my website. So I started my website as me, with a blog, and I was talking about all kinds of ascension things and metaphysical things and spirit guide things, and I started doing more classes online. I was teaching with my friend Daniel Scranton. We would do guide classes, and I did manifesting classes and things like that, and I would bring in our intuitive art. It was really the beginning of me like teaching online and doing readings online. I remember my first online reading was with someone from New Zealand. Her name's Udi, and it was so cool because here I am, brand new website. I've been doing this for a really long time now, maybe like 10 years already. And my first client is like, oh, and I'm an international psychic now. It's like, it was so fun. So really investing in your technology, which now is so affordable, is so worth it because you don't know what's going to come. Like, it could totally surprise and delight you. So I remember that was really exciting, having my first video reading. And I think we started on Skype. Pretty sure that we did our readings on Skype back then because there wasn't Zoom or GoToMeeting or anything like that yet. So I was still teaching in person, and I was teaching online and doing readings in person and online during this overlap period. And then came illustrating. So I illustrated a book with intuitive art. And it's kind of funny because I wasn't asked to do this. I just sort of did this out of an inspiration one day. It just took a few hours to write it and illustrate it. And it's not like, so the front pictures are like actual intuitive art, like process style art, basically. They're not like the most beautiful pictures. Let me find the one that's like really, like, it's sort of ugly, it's sort of an ugly picture. The ones more inside of it are more like beautiful art, but it didn't matter. It's intuitive art, and so it aligns, it tells the story along with the prose, and so people love it. Like, this got industry recognition many years after I wrote it. When I wrote this, I didn't publish it at first. I think this sat for at least 7 years just in my computer, like with scans of the pictures and everything. But it's also how I make money now. So once I did get to publishing it, and I also illustrated for other people online, I make money from my intuitive art. And that's pretty cool. It's not a huge part of my income, but it is a way that I get paid. And I know this isn't about other people, but my sister is a graphic artist, and she uses intuitive art in our ads and all those things. And so she makes money with intuitive art in sort of an illustration way too. So that happened. And now I use intuitive art mostly within my coaching. So we're sort of forgetting that I'm the creator of this method and that I sell a certification and I have a book about it, right? I'm not including that because that wouldn't be applicable to everybody, right? But just as a certified intuitive artist, I use this in my coaching most of all. So I'll be in a session with someone and they'll be working on a relationship issue or wanting to have more clarity about their work, and we'll do some intuitive art. And I've recently started using my Oracle deck because it's just so fast and easy and I love it. But I also use my drawing intuitive art, and I just did this with a client the other day. She was drawing a question and then I drew a similar but different question, and so then we got to talk about it. So basically whatever question she had was answered from two angles and we got to discuss it, and it was really great. So I like doing that with my clients who know intuitive art because they get more confident as we do that. But if the client does not know intuitive art, then I will just do it for them and we'll discuss. So it's fabulous for adding insight into any situation, especially because I can say all the things that they're like paying me to say, right? They're there for my reflection or my guidance or whatever. But if I can show them something as well, it's much more impactful. It gives their brain more to hang on to. So I really like that. And then I can screenshot it for them or take a picture and send it to them. And just like I have my intuitive art all over my walls, my clients do as well. So that's pretty cool. So I went from teaching at someone else's business and doing readings for someone else's business, making about half of what they would make, right? So like they charge 120, let's say, and I get 60 or 70. Now I get to choose my prices and then I get to keep it, minus my overhead and my taxes and everything like that. But I still had to pay my taxes back then. So it's empowering to have your own website, to have your own client list, your own email list, but you don't have to start there, right? I really recommend people leveraging other people's businesses if they can, if it's a fit, you know? You can email chiropractor offices and bookstores and wellness centers and yoga studios and just see, can I teach a class there? Do you want someone to offer readings here? Because it's an easier way to start. You can even have a clipboard out if they'll let you to collect emails while you're there. In my Certified Intuitive Artist program, we have copy and paste stuff you can email out and spreadsheets so you can know where you've contacted and all of this helpful stuff to help you build your business. I'll just wrap up by saying that my technology has improved a lot, right? So in the beginning, I didn't have a website. I didn't need one. You don't need a website even now to make money. But now I really enjoy having automated booking systems that remind people automatically, that capture payments so people can book and pay all in the same step. I love that. And I also love having a website and a YouTube channel and an Instagram to like keep people up to date on what we're doing and what we have going on. So I really do enjoy the growth that I've had and the expansion into the world that I've had. But at the heart, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still doing intuitive art. I'm still using my own color meanings. And I'm still just like blown away every time by the clarity that I get for myself and that I get for other people. So if you're interested in putting any of these things into practice for yourself, leave me a comment. I'd love to know more. If you need any help, let me know. I can make another video on how to do it. Or if you want to be a certified intuitive artist, then come join us. Go to intuitiveart.com/certification to learn more. And welcome in. Welcome to the team. All right. Lots of love, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.